feeling better. Should be good here in like a week or two. We get to take snaps yet, but just feeling a lot better.
How much has that impacted your preparation since the Iowa game? I mean, you still pretty limited with that?
Yeah, it's just going under center right now. It still hurts to take a snap, but other than that, I'm doing everything the same. It's all fine.
Coach Riley said at this point they're preparing you as the starter at this point. I mean, I guess, has that changed your approach at all, or is anything different from the last few weeks?
Yeah, exactly. The last few weeks I've been doing the same thing, so just got to prepare like you're going to start. If he comes back, then who knows? That's their decision to pick his plan, but other than that, just go out and practice hard every day.
Do you have a sense of, have they given you any sense of timeline, or?
To know if I'm going to start?
Yeah, like when a decision might be made.
Well, no, I don't know. They haven't really told me anything. They just, right now they're preparing me to start, but they haven't told me when Tommy's coming back, if he's coming back, so I don't know.
How was that in the Iowa game? If you had to play, what would you have been able to do?
I mean, I've been all shotgun, and it's been kind of tough. I mean, broken wrist. I got surgery 5 days prior, so I mean, I would have been able to do it, but it'd been a lot tougher. Couldn't have gone under center, so. Yeah.
How did it feel? 5 days, like it's what 25 degrees that day.
Yeah, it killed. I'm not gonna lie. No, it was all right. I could have probably played, but I mean, it's obviously hurt pretty bad.
How much better does it feel now?
Yeah, a lot better now. I'm rehabbed it a bunch and iced it and everything, so I'm getting a lot more movement in it. So a lot better.
What did it affect beside going under center and trying to take a snap? What else?
I mean, just a fear of landing on it too. Like you just re-break. Throwing your hands is a little bit heavier. You can't, move your fingers, so you can't pat the ball when you throw, so it makes it a little more difficult. But yeah, that's about it.
How did it happen? What play?
It'd been the third quarter. If you remember against Maryland when I was rolling out to the right, like probably about, I don't know, it was like 30 yards deep or so. But I was rolling out and threw it sidearm and Brandon batted it down. There's that play laying on it. Just came around and landed on it.
Did you know at the time that something wasn't right there?
Like, yeah, the ref comes up to me, he's like, is it okay? And I'm like, nah, I think I broke it. And then I started laughing, I was like, I really think I broke it. Then I went to the sideline and they asked me, I'm like, well, I think I broke my wrist. They're like, oh, no, it's sprained. I'm like, well, this sprain kills, but okay. So I just went back in.
Ryker, if you do indeed get the start to go out, your last game ever is at Nebraska as a senior, what would that mean to you to start?
It mean a lot. Just go out and get your, play hard in one last game and, just finish out the career and hopefully on a high note, just go out and play hard.
Ryker, I was just going to ask you, Ryker, give any initial thoughts on Tennessee's defense? They've been a little bit leaky here, especially towards the end of the season. I mean, have you gotten to take a look at it?
Honestly, we haven't watched much film on Tennessee. We've just been doing a lot of offensive stuff, but from what you've seen, they're athletic and they got some good D linemen out here, good corner. So.
With kind of this being the last game of your career, is it an odd position to be in? Not sure if you're going to play the whole game, like what your status is.
Yeah,
how does that
it's
feel?
kind of like how my whole career's been, I guess. Just got to be ready, I guess. So that's what I'm gonna do.
What's your understanding of where things stand today? I got in a little bit late. I mean, are you pointing at it as you're going to be the starter, or is it up to you?
They haven't told me anything. Obviously I'm getting first team reps, but I guess it's all up in the air right now.
How are they dividing the reps? I mean, right now. Like
I'm getting one. Zach's getting twos.
You're getting all the ones.
Yeah.
What do you feel like this offense has? Maybe something to get back after a struggle in that first against
Sorry,
Iowa?
Coach Riley, I can't hear.
Oh, sorry. I feel like maybe this offense has got something to prove or get back after that performance against Iowa.
Yeah, that was obviously one of our worst games offensively, but Tommy is at 30%. Takeaways, running game, it doesn't help him out much. So yeah, we got to get back to completing passes, just moving the ball and scoring more than 10 points. So.
Hey, Ryker, what does Tanner Lee bring to the table at quarterback?
Yeah, he's got a good arm, really smart, quick release. Obviously, he has experience at Tulane, so that helps a lot too, just having experience. So I think he'll be a good player.
Do you see a lot of maybe his style and your styles similar?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd like to say I can run a little better, but
If Tommy was about 30% going in that Iowa game, what were you?
I was around that area too, about 100%.
So if you had
He just got more reps throughout that week.
Right.
So I didn't practice till like Wednesday. So they just went in with him because he got all the reps all week. So
you feel like if you hadn't broken your hand, you probably would have been the guy in that game.
I would think so. Yeah.
Riker, how important is it, you think, for you and your teammates to kind of wipe out the taste of that Iowa game?
Yeah, it's all important. Just ending on a high note, and you don't want to go out like that. Obviously as seniors, so we want to go out and play as hard as we can. Hopefully get 10 wins, and then obviously that gives momentum to the team going into next year. Just going out with a win. So
How big of a difference is there when you look back at a season 10 versus 9 in the win column?
yeah, it probably does make a big deal. Double-digit win column, so it looks good.
Hey, Ryker, when you look back on this season, what maybe Sam Foltz meant to you guys as a team, and even as a friend, what do you feel like his impact and legacy is?
I think going into the season, we want to go out and play hard every game just for Sam, and we're always thinking about him every practice, every game. So we just want to go out and play our best for him, and that's kind of our legacy this year. I think is playing for Sam.
When maybe when you guys are in Nashville, you're kind of kicking back and on the season, maybe think about what do you think your memory is going to be? Like, what's that first memory you think of him?
Just a guy. For me personally, just a guy I've always been around my whole life, and just a guy that worked hard, and he just a great leader, and just he led by example, and he's just one of my good friends, and we're obviously going to miss him. So I think about him quite often.
Hey, Ryker, going back a couple practices, but have you guys toyed with some stuff that maybe looks more like next year's offense yet, or is everything kind of been?
No, it's just stuff we've been doing this year. It's basic stuff.
On that topic, what do you kind of see going forward with the guys left behind? I know you're gone, but the younger guys, what do you kind of expect?
I see a lot more. I'd say a lot more checks and getting out of plays maybe, and I see them throwing more. They're probably gonna throw more. That's what they're good at. Tanner, Patrick, good throwers.
You've seen those guys. What stands out about both of them?
Strong arms, smart, and they get the ball out quick, both of them. So it'll be good competition.
Have they kind of taken what have they kind of what Danny? I know they do a lot of scout team stuff, but have they, when they do get a chance, do they kind of fit what Danny wants to do? Do you think?
Yeah, they do a good job. They both got good feet, good arms, so they'll be fine.
Riker, is it fair to say you're 100%? Even though
Well, no, because I can't take snaps under center.
Okay.
So I'm not 100%.
Could you think you could get to that point where you can take
Hopefully
snaps?
by next week, I'm hoping. We'll see.
Okay.
It's whatever the doctor wants me to do, so we'll see.
How long is that cast on for? Do you know yet?
Probably keep it on until the bowl game. They said the break was about a 6 to 8 week injury, so I'm still in the middle of that.
So it was a broken bone,
Yeah, inside of my wrist, yeah, broken bone.
excuse me?
Yeah, it's inside of my wrist, broken bone, inside.
Do you think,
Inside of my wrist, like the inside.
Okay, so you were saying you guys were about 30%, you and Tommy?
He was definitely. I mean, he could barely run. So, I mean, he has a torn hamstring. And that usually lasts like 4 to 6 weeks, and he came back within a week. So, you gotta give him more credit going out there than he deserves.
How much do you think that could have affected the offense? The offense, just in general, knowing both you guys were that limited.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, probably. I don't know. We just, he couldn't run much, and that hurts. And that's what he's good at. He might have missed a couple throws, but it was a weird game. We start off when you get down, then you guys start throwing a bunch, and then they're back in coverage, and it just becomes a game of trying to play catch up, and that's tough.
How about the fact you guys are going to be